I found a used condom wrapper in my girlfriend's bed, but we never use protection. Hello everyone, I 31M, and my girlfriend, 34F has been dating for 7 months. I'm so lost, I don't know what to do. As the title states, I found a piece of the wrapper this morning poking me as we were finishing up. I felt something grab it and knew. I went silent immediately. She asked what was wrong, and I just told her that I was thinking about work stuff and spaced out. Her roommate, 34F, who has been my friend for the last decade, is out of town, so my girlfriend could have brought someone over. I got up later and went to the bathroom, and dug through the trash. There was no sign of a used condom anywhere. She had thrown out the trash, which is odd. It's usually semi-full when I get there. We never use condoms, but recently we went on a trip and she bought a box to use on this trip for easier cleanup. We did not open the box, and she took them home. We live separately, and I only get to see her on the weekend. The brand was exactly the same as the box that she had bought. I counted the condoms in the box on her nightstand, and it was a 5-pack, and there were 4 left in the box. For the entire length of the relationship, she has never used toys or dildos in front of me or ever made any mention of them. I didn't confront or freak out on her. I lay back down and we cuddled for another 30 minutes. I don't know what I was thinking, maybe because I don't want it to end. Also, an important detail I left out. I told her I loved her for the first time minutes before I made the discovery. She said she loved me back. Any advice is welcome. I feel numb, not fight or flight, just numb. But can you guys please help me clear my head step by step? Apologies for running on sentences. Commenter. You ask her point blank and watch her reaction. If she doesn't have an explanation instantly. She cheated. Commenter. Agreed. Just ask her what that's from? And then casually ask her to show you the box of condoms she bought. See how she reacts. Here's your answer. It's not looking good so far from the evidence you found. So hopefully it's a toy. OP, I think if she denies, I end it on the spot. I've never seen toys in her nightstand ever. Commenter. I have never kept my toys in the nightstand. I also never used them in front of my partner before we lived together because I preferred to use them solo. Be smart about it, but don't assume any answer that isn't a confession is automatically a lie. That's a bit ridiculous, don't you think? So, be smart by not sharing everything you know at once. Ask her about the condom wrapper without saying that you checked the box. But if she denies cheating and says it was for a toy, don't dump her because you can't imagine that being true. That would be stupid. Ask her to show you the toy. And ask her why she's used a condom on it. Maybe she has an older toy that she liked, but the silicone is degraded, so using a condom would make sense. Give her space to explain. Listen closely and watch how she reacts. Use your brain to decide if what she's saying and how she's responding makes sense and seems reasonable, or if she's fumbling to make up a story. Commenter. 4 left in a pack of 5, and you didn't use it. Time to have that tough conversation, man. Sorry to hear that. Commenter. She could have opened it to see if it fit over her head. We are human, and it is weird. Update, a day later. Hello everyone, this was my first time posting on this sub, and the amount of overwhelming support that I received from total strangers was incredible. I didn't feel alone throughout the process, and I took the best bits of advice that I could from everyone's comments. I did exactly what the top comments suggested. I went over to her place after work, and I'm gonna say I was honestly a nervous wreck during that 45-minute drive. I was ready for heartbreak and pain. I showed up unannounced and called her and asked her to open the door, and when we were face to face, I calmly asked her to explain why there was a condom wrapper in her bed when we don't use condoms ever. I did exactly what you guys mentioned in the comments and just let her speak and watch her body language and speech patterns, and without hesitation, she delivered a calm and quick response saying, "Oh, of course, I use them on my dildo when you're not here." She proceeded to explain that when she's finished, she doesn't really like to have to get out of bed and have to clean up the dildo and put it away properly and get back into bed. This makes sense because when she comes, she's usually immobile for about 5 minutes. She apologized profusely and reassured me she wasn't cheating. And said she probably wouldn't have reacted the way I did, and had a full-blown meltdown. I was still kind of visibly emotionally shaken because of all of the scenarios that I had in my head. She noticed this and asked if there was anything that she could do to rebuild the trust that I had in her, and I told her I wasn't sure that there was anything she could really do or say because she didn't really do anything wrong in my eyes after the truth came out. Yes, she kept that information from me, but at the same time, I don't really disclose my masturbation habits to her, so I'm not sure how to feel about it. I was just really scared. But thankful to know that she wasn't cheating. So my question is, how can we trust each other more after this and grow closer? Thanks again in advance for everyone's great advice.
Commenter. The heartwarming NSFW update. This should go in the positive update sub. Commenter. This sounds like a great outcome. I honestly think this is something lots of women do, myself included. If she's using her sex toys before bed, of course, she doesn't want to get up and go all the way to the sink, but she also doesn't want some sort of reaction/infection/ etc. She gave you a valid answer, reassured you, and wants to reassure you further by asking what she can do to build that trust up. That's awesome. If you feel like you really do not trust her, for whatever reason, or do not feel reassured by her answer, maybe try couples counseling. It works wonders for communication. Spend some more quality time together and talk about how much you love each other. Maybe use this opportunity to try out mutual masturbation and wash your sex toys for her.
OP, thanks for the advice. I got a big weight off my shoulders, but was still shaken for the rest of the night. It's not easy to come down from the cloud of doubt in 1 second. I apologize to her for showing up unannounced and looking like a crazy person.